Why the ending was that? Why did they do that? Hello guys, it's Nona Prince and today we'll be talking about the film Virus. It's a Malayalam medical thriller. I've never heard of that genre. I never knew it existed. I start by saying that people say that in India you cannot make films like Inception, Interstellar because they are so authentic, they are so scientific, accurate about what they are showing, the theories and principles, like everything is intact and the fiction element is just the cherry on top. They don't just destroy physics in those films. That authenticity adds to the films like these. But Malayalam cinema did it. I never thought I'll watch an Indian movie with that much sophistication and authenticity, so much science in it, and I have no words. I feel educated after watching this film. I had no bio background. It felt like a mix of documentary and a thriller. It just felt too real. And this cannot be made in Bollywood. Not at all. And I'm not surprised it's made in Kerala because they have the highest literacy rate. And this movie not just entertains but also educates. It educates the people about it and tells you what to do and what not to do. At no point it felt like no, it's totally fiction, this cannot happen. It was too accurate to the real events. And all that adds depth to the film. I feel like caring about the people in this film because it feels so real. Because if you see Hollywood films like, the monster is there and this and zombies and all that, it feels so off, it feels so fictional that you don't have that connection to the characters or the story. But here it was so real. First of all, it's based on a real event, and then you shoot it such a way, you portray all those things like that. You feel for everyone. Now the plot moves slowly but organically. It doesn't feel forced. The thrill in this film was greater than any other all-out thriller film, and the background music added to it. It was scary. It added tension to the plot. To figure out how it all started, it was really fun to watch. I like how the film starts with showing what happens in a hospital day to day. Normal proceedings, people are coming, they are saving them, then some people die, they met with an accident. All of this sets up the authenticity of the film, that everything shown in the film will be authentic and real and you can believe it. For normal people like us, getting injured or meeting with an accident and all of these things are very special, very a big thing in your life. But seeing the hospital that everyone is not well, people are coming injured, someone died, and it's all normal, like the hospital feels normal, which contrasts later when the hospital is empty and you can feel the epidemic. Now it's not normal. You see the irony? In the beginning I felt that there were too many characters, I was getting confused, and over that the narrative was not linear. Now the reason for that confusion was, except two actors, they were all new faces for me. Now for you, I'm sure you knew most of them, and I got to know that there were a lot of stars in the film, which for me, I didn't know any of them. It would be a lot easy for you to remember who this character is than for me. By the end, I didn't know a lot of people, what were their names and what they're talking about, but it all made sense and I understood the story. Having said all that, I really loved that they covered everything. They covered so many characters, they covered so many narratives. The storytelling structure was interesting, the non-linearity. We saw the patient first, then we saw what really happened, and then we saw their past and their life. It made it more interesting. If it was linear, it would have been little boring and normal. I like that it took the step. There were so many characters and so little screen time to them. But they were so fleshed out, they were so layered. And that screen time was enough for us to feel for them. And that's the best compliment I think I can give to the writers and to the director and to the actors. To portray so much layer and depth to them in just some minutes, that's incredible. And all this can only happen in Malayalam cinema because it depends on the audience and the mindset of both the creator and the audience. The audience is ready to watch this film and accept it, and the creators are ready to make something like this and be rewarded. I said it before that it's tough to watch a Malayalam film with subtitles. I would say it's most difficult considering the other languages. It's just one subtitles and the person just said 4 lines. And I'm thinking, did I miss something? Is the subtitles wrong? Let's come to philosophies, my favorite part. First, of course, humanity. This event, this epidemic tests humanity of our characters. This crisis, it creates fear, it creates selfishness. We saw how people refused to take a patient to the hospital because he had that virus. They were selfish of their own lives. Most workers didn't come for their job. There were only 2 or 3 who stood up and came to help. And why is that? This leads to our biggest enemy, death, mortality. Our evolution is based on survival. We want to live more, we want to defeat, we want to delay our death. You can see that throughout the history. We live for 10-20 years, then we live for 30-40 years, and today we can live till 120. And death scares people. It scares me. It's like a time bomb, but I don't know the time. It can blow up anytime. We make plans, we think about our future, about career, and suddenly something happens and boom, you're done. I don't want to sound dark, so just one thing, live to your fullest. Let's come to acting. Overall, it was great. Soubin Shahir, he's just amazing. I'm watching him twice now. I love him. Some places there were some actors who were little off, especially the head of the hospital. His acting was like, I'm sure he's not a trained actor. Now let's come to the ending. Why? Why did they do that? It was very conflicting and I love that. The movie gets over with the speech and everyone clapping, and then suddenly we are shown how it all started. The boy going on the road, he stops and he sees a bat, he takes a picture and he picks it up and puts in a tree and saves him. Now you can see it as our humanity led to our own destruction. If he had not saved him, if he had not stopped, nothing would have happened. Or maybe someone else would have done it. But again, if no one would have saved it, it wouldn't have happened. And people's life would have been saved. But also by saving it and this epidemic happening, we are aware of this disaster now. It had a cost, but if it was not discovered now, maybe it would have been a big disaster in future. It also educates people that this can happen again, so be aware. But should we save the bat or not? Should we go near them or not? What did that ending imply? Why did they add it? I would like to know your answer in the comments below. So guys, that's it. That was my thoughts on the film. Really good film. Thank you for watching this video. If you like this, thumbs up. If you didn't, thumbs down. No problems at all. If you are new to this channel, check out other videos, and if you like them too, do consider subscribing. And I'll see you next time.